Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock. I'm Jasper Rowland and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Harry Redknapp's Jukebox Man is eyeing up Gold Cup victory today at 4 o'clock. The horse is looking to add the Cheltenham showpiece to his King George win in December. Standing in his way are favourite Gaelic Warrior, Don't Go By, and last year's winner, Not the Way You're Thinking.
The Gold Cup is the pinnacle, isn't it? That is the race, and we go there with a chance. And to actually own a horse that goes there with a chance to win the Gold Cup is beyond the wildest dreams, really.
As we're getting underway for the final day of the festival, we have Will Charlton here to preview today's action. I guess the story of the day is Gaelic Warrior. All eyes are on him, but can he do it?
Well, yeah, that's the big news coming later at 4 o'clock. But the first race gets underway in about 20 minutes. The JCB Triumph Hurdle. Selma de Vere is probably the favourite currently at 5-1. But don't be surprised if Proactive and Manila Study, also 5-1, cause issues for Willie Mullins' horse. Mullins has dominated the Triumph in recent years in terms of quality and quantity and could easily do so again. Having Selma de Vere and Proactive on his cards would do him the world of good. But yeah, all eyes are on that 4 o'clock race.
Thank you, Will. Southampton's Ryan Garner is back in the ring this weekend as he faces Mexican Christian Bielma in Dublin. The Piranha is looking to make it 19 wins without loss at the 3 Arena as a late addition to Saturday's card. Despite being an undercard fight, boxing reporter for the Daily Echo, George Rees-Julian, says it's a huge night for Garner.
It's a very important weekend, really, for Ryan Garner, to be honest, because although his fight against Christian Bielma is a bit of a foregone conclusion, there should be no reason he loses that. He's almost going to have more interest in the main event between James Dickens and Anthony Cacace, because he will want to face the winner of that for a world title, and he'll want to do that at St Mary's at some point this year.
Southampton travel to table toppers Coventry this weekend as they continue their pursuit of a place in this year's playoffs. Saints manager Tonda Eckhart has today been announced as manager of the month for February after an impressive run of form. A whole host of our non-league teams are in action tomorrow. Eastleigh hosts league leaders Rochdale at 5:30 live on DAZN. The Spitfires are aiming for back-to-back victories after defeating Brackley Town 2-1 on Tuesday. AFC Totton travel to play off hopefuls Hemel Hempstead in a 3 o'clock kick-off. Totton are starting to find their feet again after a rough patch of form. 5th place Sholing hosts 6th place Chertsey Town in a crunch playoff clash in the Southern Premier League South. And fellow Hampshire side Basingstoke hosts Dorchester in a Southern Prem relegation 6-pointer. Just 2 points off the relegation zone, the Stoke could find themselves in the bottom 4 come tomorrow evening. The UEFA Conference League has now been going on for 5 years and has been a resounding success. But why has that been? Reporter Ewan Binns spoke to Lee Wingate from the Sweeper podcast about the competition.
I think UEFA wanted to give countries and clubs the opportunity to play European football, particularly clubs and countries that don't usually get that opportunity under the pre-existing framework of the Champions League and the Europa League. There are so many countries now that, or there were so many countries that were excluded from European football.
Arina Sabalenka has defeated 19-year-old Victoria Mboko in the quarter-final of the Indian Wells Masters. The world number 1 described the teenager as a future champion. Sabalenka will face 14th seed Linda Noskova in the semi-finals of the WTA 1000 event, after the Czech ended Australian qualifier Talia Gibson's run with a 6-2, 6-4, 6-2 victory. The second round of the Players' Championship is underway at TPC Sawgrass in Florida, with Austrian Sepp Straka tied for the lead at 5 under par. Despite a poor start with the first round score of 2 over, Rory McIlroy says he can still compete for the tournament.
Just felt like unbelievably rusty out there. Don't feel like I'm that far away. No one went really low this afternoon, which I expected them to, just because the conditions were pretty benign. So yeah, if I can go out and shoot a good one tomorrow, I feel like I'll be right in it for the weekend.
McIlroy has just teed off for his second round alongside American Xander Schauffele and Japan's Hideki Matsuyama. 3 teams are still in with a chance of winning the 2026 Six Nations, as France, Scotland and Ireland battle out for the title this weekend. Super Saturday's action starts in Dublin as Andy Farrell's Ireland host Gregor Townsend's Scotland for the Triple Crown. After their impressive win last weekend against France, Townsend says Ireland will be a different type of game.
This is a different challenge. It'll be a different style of game than last week's. We're playing away from home, which is a big challenge in itself, and we're playing against a top quality side.
The other games see Wales take on Italy and France play host to a struggling England to round out this year's competition. George Russell continues his impressive form as he beats Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli to sprint pole in Shanghai. McLaren's Lando Norris was best of the rest, finishing a sizable 6/10 behind Russell's time, pipping Lewis Hamilton to third.
We knew after Melbourne we had a really good car, the engine's performing really well, and today it was a real joy to drive, so happy. I'm intrigued to know what the lap times are compared to last year, because it felt really quick, and that was pretty cool, very different to Melbourne.
That's all from us for this hour. I'll be back at 2. Remember, you can keep up to date 4 hours a day on our website, solentsportsnews.com.